What if an entire world we once knew vanished beneath the ocean's surface, swallowed whole by the sea, leaving behind only whispers and legends? Could we piece together its stories from the watery grave that consumed it? And perhaps even more intriguing, what mysteries still lie hidden, waiting to be uncovered in the deep? Diving through the calm waters off the coast of Egypt, researchers discovered a truth stranger than the legends themselves. Here, beneath layers of sediment and marine life, sleep the ruins of cities once known to pharaohs, merchants, and pilgrims. As we drift closer to this sunken realm, questions emerge from the blue depths. Why did these cities vanish? How did they thrive before their quiet descent into obscurity? And what secrets might these ruins reveal about the ancient world's cultural crossroads?
For ages, scholars spoke of Thonis Heracleion and Canopus, two ancient cities situated near the mouth of the Nile. They were mentioned in texts, hinted at by passing references in historical accounts, yet no one alive had seen them. Their legacy survived as whispers in old writings. By the turn of the millennium, technological leaps made a new kind of exploration possible, and a team of underwater archaeologists embarked on a quest that would change our understanding of early Egyptian history. Before Alexandria's rise to fame, Thonis Heracleion was a grand gateway to Egypt, controlling seaborne trade and enforcing taxes on vessels arriving from distant ports. Its position at the mouth of the Nile made it a natural hub, a checkpoint for merchants navigating complicated trade routes. But if the city was so vital, why had it disappeared? The silence of these ruins suggested something slow and inevitable, perhaps a subtle sinking rather than a sudden cataclysm. Could shifting lands and trembling earth have undermined the city's foundations? When modern surveys began, archaeologists like Frank Gaudio combined ancient texts, advanced sonar mapping, and magnetometers to find traces of the lost landscape. Slowly, stone fragments and monumental statues emerged. Intricate details, previously only imagined, were verified underwater. Step by step, block by block, Thonis Heracleion reintroduced itself to our world. Monuments that once soared above bustling streets lay toppled on the seabed, their carvings still crisp, their inscriptions still telling stories of gods and kings. This metropolis was no minor outpost. Coins, anchors, weights and measures, jewelry and ceramics revealed thriving trade links. Goods moved between Egypt and the greater Mediterranean, blending cultures and economies. Neighbouring Canopus, long famed for religious sanctuaries and spiritual practices, emerged from its watery cloak to reveal objects of devotion and ritual vessels. Pilgrims once flocked there to seek blessings and cures. Now, their footprints are erased, replaced by schools of fish and drifting seagrass. What made these discoveries so compelling was the cultural tapestry they wove. Egyptian, Greek, and even Roman elements danced together in the artifacts and architectural fragments. Gods from different pantheons were honored side by side. Temples reflected layered identities, mirroring the fluid cultural exchanges that marked this era of history. The cities were living, breathing testaments to a world without rigid borders, a world in constant conversation with itself. Yet these submerged cities are only one part of the puzzle. Off Alexandria's shores, fragments of what many believe to be Cleopatra's palatial district have also been found. How could we not be captivated by the possibility of wandering through halls the legendary queen once graced? The stones scattered on the seabed may have witnessed royal ceremonies, political intrigues, and romantic liaisons. If we listen closely, can we still sense Cleopatra's presence in these ruins? Preserving these treasures demands delicate expertise. Divers work slowly, carefully clearing silt to avoid damaging fragile artifacts. Specialized teams document each piece before it's raised to the surface for conservation. Museums curate these finds, unveiling them to a curious global audience. Traveling exhibitions bring these relics from the seabed into our modern-day consciousness, bridging millennia. The findings sharpen our perception of how ancient cities breathed, prospered, interacted, and fell silent beneath blue depths. Still, none of this fully answers the larger question: why did they sink? Theories abound, each more intriguing than the last. Some believe that the soft, waterlogged soils of the Nile Delta gradually gave way under the weight of temples and towers. Others point to subtle changes in climate and rising sea levels that crept in over centuries, pushing waters higher and higher until streets became canals and homes became reefs. Some suspect a more dramatic ending, an earthquake or a tsunami that shook the foundations, toppling what man had built. Could it have been a sudden cataclysm? The debate continues. As we watch the archaeological team at work, we witness a slow conversation across time. Each statue raised from the seabed speaks. Each inscription read under shifting light reveals a hidden chapter. These ghostly outlines of temples and sacred boats, these fragments of columns and shattered shrines, form a dialogue between today's scholars and yesterday's artisans. The archaeological evidence is overwhelming, says Frank Goddio, and each new find helps us piece together more of the puzzle that is ancient Egypt's maritime heritage. This puzzle, scattered across the seafloor, reflects a grandeur lost but not forgotten. Today, researchers question, hypothesize, and unearth, reconstructing a narrative that grows richer and more complex with every find. As we return to our initial questions, why did they vanish, and what did they leave behind? The answers emerge bit by bit beneath the water's surface. The real question is no longer whether we can find these lost cities, but how many more stories, hidden just out of sight, are yet to be revealed. If you like this video, then buckle up because you're going to love our next adventure. Get ready to discover the mystery of the bizarre ear tablets found near the Great Sphinx of Giza. That's right. We're diving deep into the ancient Egyptian practice of creating these strange votive offerings, also known as ear stelae, during the New Kingdom period. We'll explore their possible connection to the god Horemheb, the Sphinx himself, and even other deities like Ptah. We're talking history, archaeology, and the hidden meaning behind these fascinating artifacts. Were they used for prayers? What secrets do the inscriptions hold? Join us next time as we uncover the secrets of ancient Egypt and these unique ear tablets. You won't want to miss it.
The sands of Egypt hold countless secrets, whispers of a civilization that flourished thousands of years ago. We are captivated by the grandeur of the pyramids, the enigmatic gaze of the Sphinx, and the intricate hieroglyphs that adorn temple walls. But sometimes, the most intriguing mysteries are found in the smaller, seemingly unusual artifacts. Today, we delve into one such enigma, the curious case of ancient Egyptian ear tablets. Our story begins in the 1930s, near the majestic Great Sphinx of Giza. Dr. Salim Hassan, a prominent Egyptologist, was leading excavations in and around the New Kingdom Sphinx temple built by Amenhotep II, as well as within the Sphinx's enclosure itself. Amidst the expected finds, something peculiar emerged. Stone stelae, not inscribed with the usual hieroglyphs or divine figures but with carvings of human ears. These were not isolated occurrences. Dozens of these ear tablets were unearthed, presenting a perplexing puzzle.